Today I'm going to be talking about what came first, the chicken or the egg. Not just kidding. We're actually going to be talking about what comes first in songwriting. Is it the melody or is it the lyrics? Now, if you've ever tried writing a song, you're on your guitar or the piano or whatever, you write a few lines and suddenly nothing fits. So you start wondering, am I doing this wrong? The truth is you're not. But choosing the right starting point can make songwriting feel natural or really frustrating. So let's break this down properly. Hi, I'm Ricky Cash, and I have written hundreds of songs throughout the course of my life. Starting when I was a teenager, probably the first 50 songs I wrote were horrible, cheesy, just bad. But as I kept on writing, I discovered my own groove of songwriting, how to do it, a process which worked for me. So if you're somebody who wants to write your own songs, this video is really going to help you out. So let's get into it with number one. There is no right way. The first thing you need to understand is there's no one single way to write a song. Different writers use different approaches. For example, Paul McCartney often started with melody. He would just sing random words and sounds before the lyrics even existed. On the other hand, Taylor Swift often starts with the lyric idea or with a story she wants to tell. And then you have artists like Elton John, who famously wrote melodies after he received full lyrics. So if you've been thinking I need to pick the correct way, that's the wrong mindset. Because the real goal is finding a method that actually works for you and helps you finish songs. So let's talk about what happens when you start with the melody first. Start writing a song with melody first. This is actually the most natural way to write songs. Because there is no pressure. It's just you pick up your guitar, play 3 or 4 chords, loop them, and just hum random lyric ideas or words into it. There is no pressure, it's just sound. Even without fleshed out lyrics, you can just feel if a song has a happy vibe or sad or energetic or nostalgic. You see, the brain reacts to melody before words. This is why humming works, because it lets you focus purely on feel. The biggest advantage while writing melody first, your lyrics don't feel forced. A lot of beginners do this. They'll write lyrics first and try to fit them into music, and it ends up sounding unnatural. So melody first avoids that completely. Here's a real example. Think of how many songs have simple, repetitive, catchy vocal lines. That's not accidental. That comes from letting the melody lead. So you can use the melody first approach when it comes to songwriting if you play the guitar or piano, or you struggle with making your lyrics fit, or if you want catchier hooks, or your songs just feel very stiff. For beginners, this is the easiest path. Now let's talk about the other side, starting with lyrics first. Lyrics first songwriting. What's it look like? You're not holding a guitar, you're actually thinking. You're thinking about something that happened, something you feel, a story you want to tell, something you went through 20 years ago. Or it's just a few random words that you like or a phrase that you want to put it into a song but you don't know how. So if you're old school, you pick up a pen and paper and you write. Or you can type it into your notes app or whatever. Why this works? Sometimes the idea comes before the music. And if you ignore that, you lose something important, because lyrics first helps you keep the emotion clear and focused. The strength of writing the words first before the melody when it comes to songwriting is that it leads to songs which are more personal, more story-driven, and more direct emotionally. This is why a lot of singer-songwriters prefer this method. Why? Because natural speech and musical rhythm are different, so you kind of end up forcing words into the melody. So where do you use this approach? Use this if you already have a story to tell, something that you already experienced or somebody else's story. Or if you already have an idea or message that you just need to put into melody so that it's ready to be shared with people. Or if you want honest, more deeper songs, this is a great way to start that process. But here's a really important tip with this. Don't get too attached to the lyrics you write initially, because you might always need to tweak it up to adjust to certain parts of the music or just the flow of the song. So always keep that in mind. Now let's talk about where a lot of beginners go wrong. When they try to write a song, they're trying to think of everything at once. Lyrics, melody, meaning, all at once, right now, da 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 da. And it doesn't work like that, because that gets really overwhelming. Even professional songwriters don't write like that. They separate the process. It's either music first, words later, or words first, music later. Trying to do it all at once creates chaos. So with that, I'm going to tell you a simple way that has worked for me and that has worked for a lot of songwriters. If you're confused, just use this approach. Chords first, then melody, then lyrics. Chords, melody, lyrics. I find this to be the most reliable way to write a song, especially if you're a guitar player. And here's why that works. Chords instantly gives your song direction. Paired with rhythm, it could be up-tempo, it could be a slow ballad. And as you do this, you create this outline for the song already. Then you have something to work with, something to build upon. And this is where the ideas for the lyrics start coming on their own. Say it's in a minor key and it's a slow song. Ideas for lyrics might already start coming to you. And you can just start writing things together. It could be random phrases, gibberish even. You can hum, sing oohs and ahs and just form a basic melody because that's what makes it memorable. As you do this and the words start coming to you, lyrics start fitting naturally into the musical spaces. Think of it like a building. Chords are the foundation, melody is the structure, and words are the story. If you try to build before the structure, things are going to fall apart. So this is how you actually apply this. For all of you beginner songwriters, the next time you sit down and write a song, don't overthink it. Just do this. Pick 3 or 4 simple chords, loop them continuously. Hum anything. Don't judge it. Find one small catchy phrase. Only then add words. And when you do this, your brain starts working. You start getting more ideas, you start getting lines for the song to fill all those empty spaces in, and that's where you start the process. Or say you're on the flip side, you already have words written down or a lyric idea. You write down the words, speak them out loud, play some chords under it, and let the melody follow your voice. Keep it simple. And that brings us to the end of this video. So let me ask you again, what comes first? Melody or lyrics? I think by now you know both work, but the best one is the one that helps you finish songs. So let me know in the comments, do you naturally start with words or music or both? I really want to know. Like this video, subscribe to this channel for more musical content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.